If you want to see me use the Naked Cyber palette from Urban Decay a second time, and you want a little bit of a life update, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and welcome back to HMM Makeup, or Makeup. This is a monumental video, at least in my mind. It's a video that I've been looking forward to doing for you and cringing about all at the same time. So I think that we need some sort of a buffer for it, and I thought a second look with the Naked Cyber would be a good idea. I want to update you on everything that's been going on, not everything, but what's been going on in the last 4 months, and also just bring up to speed on what's been going on, and do a look at the same time. It's kind of doing a makeup look has a calming effect on everyone, whether you're watching or whether you're the one applying, as far as I'm concerned. So let's just get right into it. I will tell you what I have on my face right now. I have a Laura Mercier foundation. I also have the Brow from Benefit in number 3. I have done something that I don't usually put on from Essence, which is a 2-in-1 eyeshadow and liner. I don't know how this is a liner, maybe for the waterline. I use it on the brow arch so that I can have a little bit more of a pop, and sometimes I will also use, which I did today, on the very inner lid to kind of bring some dimension to the eye without having very much on. I think it turned out well, and I really don't have anything else on my eyes except for that particular color. And on my lips, I decided to go with an Urban Decay kind of go-to color, but not one of my absolute faves. So if I did one of my absolute faves, it would be 1993, either lip gloss or the bullet lipstick, or even the liquid lipstick. But today I decided, because it's going to be a bit of an orange look, that I would go with Dirty Talk. And I think it's a really nice color. And it's not, once it's on the lips, it's kind of between a pink and a kind of a rusty color, and I think that has to do a lot with the underlying lip color. I'm pretty happy with that. And if you're curious about what is on my nails, it is one of the latest picks from the Ciate Mini Mani month. If you want to have a little bit of a view of the six polishes that I revealed, I will put the video right there for you. All right, now we are getting into this palette, and I will ease into my life update. I'm going to use, as I did the first time, I'm going to use the brush that comes with the palette. I am one of those few people, apparently, that doesn't mind using one of the brushes in a either Anastasia or an Urban Decay palette, or Sigma for that matter. I like all the brushes so far. Sigma is probably my favorite brush that comes with a palette, but I think they're all plenty usable. Okay, so just to go over this palette a little bit, I have used quite a bit of these shades repeatedly. I can definitely say that this guy up here, AI, I don't remember, AI is a very quickly developing claiming its position as my favorite brow bone highlight out of my collection. It's soft, but for my skin tone, it's light enough that it adds kind of a pop of illumination without being overly blingy. What I have on today is very flashy compared to this one. And for an everyday option, I think this one is better. Apart from that, I definitely like a few other colors. I am more so into these over here. So the blue leaning color right here, Static. Y3K is, out of the whole bunch, my favorite. And Overdrive I have used as well and have enjoyed to a certain extent. These guys don't really do it for me all that much, so I haven't really been playing with them. I did use Cyberspace once. And I think that that's kind of what I want to do today, is use cyberspace. I was debating between cyberspace and override, but I have used override, which is this one over here. So I won't use it again. So I think I'm going to do bite, because I've been avoiding it like the plague for some reason. I just don't, I'm not big on rusty browns. Anyway, but I'm going to go all in. So I'm going to use bite and I'm going to use cyberspace. I think that that's what I'm going to do. So this one and this one. And I've been told by a few of you, and thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you letting me know as my phone just chimed. I'll put it on mute. But I really do appreciate people taking the time to tell me, in some cases, that I'm full of it and I have made an assumption that I shouldn't and I should try something. I appreciate that. I think that your emphatic objection makes me note it, and I appreciate that. And somebody was specifically saying, and if I can find it, I will put the person's name on screen, that bite was a beautiful color upon which to overlay a lot of the different shadows and to really make the shadows pop. So I'm hoping that bite really brings out cyberspace for me today, and I guess we're going to find out at the same time. For anything else on my face, by the way, if you want to know, I have everything listed in the description box. So you don't have to wonder what it is that is on my face in any given video. It's very rare that I don't have that information in the description box. And if I don't, it's usually because I run out of space, and I may have put a link to another video that has it in the description box. Okay, I have talked enough. I'm going to go right into bite. And I'm just going to start. I'll do one eye and then the other eye off camera, just to save you some time. So I haven't really talked a whole lot about anything personal in the last 4-ish months. I think I'm about right when I say that. And the reason I haven't is because my husband and I have split. And it's been a very interesting time, a hard time, I would say, for everybody involved, really. Even my stepdad, too, who lives next door to me. It's just a lot of change, and a big change, because we had been together for over 20 years. So over 20 years of marriage, and then, of course, beforehand, right? So for me, it was a pretty big shock. I was not the person making that decision, but we do in life what we need to, right? And so I'm rolling with it as best as I can. And I have been looking for work beyond what I do right now, which is running a gym, which has not been, COVID has not been kind to that endeavor right now. Just picking up a bit more bite and going back into the crease, and then we'll go higher up to add a little bit more color all over. And so I'm looking for something other than this YouTube channel, which I care about quite a bit. I love interacting with you and getting insights from you and answering questions, and just the interaction overall has been a really big boost, and it's actually been a really big boost during this whole situation as well, even though I haven't been posting as much as I have in the past, but I'm hoping to resume that. This is the start of me resuming that as best as I can. I'm taking bite on the outer lower lid as well. We're going all in with this color. We'll see what it can do. Gotta put my money where my mouth is and say, if I have trouble with bite, well, let's just see how it does. So yeah, I'm still in the same house because that's where the gym is, so that's a good thing. Otherwise I would have had to shut down that business, and that would have been really really tough to do. And now that we're toying around right now with a fourth wave of this whole global situation, at least in Canada. Just grabbing another brush here. This is a just a very nice Pro 5 brush from BH Cosmetics. It's a little bit scratchy, but it's got the right level of fluffiness to just kind of soften up the outer part of the eye if you're not doing anything too crisp and fine. And I'm liking how this is. It's not too harsh. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to go back to the brush in the palette, and I think I'm going to pick up just a tiny bit more of Bite, just a kick up, nothing much, and just get a little bit more on the very outer lid and just tie all of that together. I think that looks all right. Now I'm going to wipe off the Bite that is on this side of the brush, and I'm going to go into that AI color that I told you I was kind of big on. All right, do I want to have, okay, if I hadn't gone so high up, I probably would have used Gadget in the upper crease, but I do think that Bite just kind of blew up toward the brow bone really nicely, although I wouldn't mind just softening this up a little bit with the other brush, just so it's not quite so orange on the very, very inner lid. All right, so we're going to keep going with this eye, and I'm going to go right now into cyberspace and use the smaller end of the brush, and we will see how it goes. Now I'm going to put some just on the one side of the brush so I have more control in using cyberspace. And once I have the line set up, I'm going to go in and intensify the color with my ring finger, or possibly pinky, depending. It's doing a good job. I like this very much. Okay. Going in with cyberspace on the finger. And Bite, it feels like, is not super powdery. So it looks like cyberspace is doing a decent job of sticking to my lid, which is a nice thing to have. Okay, I'm okay with this. Very much so, to the point where I think I'm going to go all the way to the outside. It's looking really nice. Huh. Okay, I like this. I usually go with a deeper outer lid, but I'm enjoying this, and to the point where I think I'm going to put a little bit more cyberspace on here and go on the outer lower lid. I am a little bit shocked at how much I'm enjoying this combo. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I think this is softer than what I thought it was going to be. Okay. This is pretty nice. I don't feel like it goes with the lip product, even though it should be kind of more orangey brown than it is. So I'm probably going to change my lip to better match the eye and cyberspace. So Bite and cyberspace. And so I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do the other eye and change my lip, and I will be back for the final touches. Okay, my eye look is done, and I'm just going, my eyeshadow look is done. I'm just going to go in with Urban Decay 0 on the upper waterline. I haven't done makeup application like this on camera for a while. Now where was I? So yeah, so my I guess soon to be officially ex-husband has moved out. He has we ended up actually having two homes, so he moved into the other one, and I'm intending to stay, so this setup should be the same, although I think I'm going to end up with roommates. From a security and income perspective, I think that makes sense. Yeah, so that is what is going on. And I've been really lucky. I've been lucky with friends. So far, it's been a very, very small inner circle of people who are aware. But now, obviously, that's going to change. I'm concerned about Christmas. I don't want too much as far as Christmas to be all that different. I think it can be a tough time of year when you have to change your traditions as well as other things that are going on in your life. So I am hoping, my fingers are crossed, that we can have a relatively normal Christmas. We're not huge on gift giving, but we are huge on getting together, and I hope that we can still do a lot of the same things. I think over time it's going to change, but I'm hoping it's not drastic for 2021. And I would definitely call part of what happened a bit of a COVID casualty, and I think that there's been a lot of people who have experienced the same thing. If you're going through something like this and you feel like you're going through it alone, just don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Just drop me a line in the comments or something like that. You definitely want to have at least some ear to listen to what's going on for you. It can be quite cathartic to talk about things. So I'm looking for full-time work aside from what I do here on YouTube and the gym that I run, because those two things have been, well, mostly the gym has been horribly stricken with COVID. Obviously, if you are familiar, gyms have been closed for a lot of the last 2 years. And when people can't go regularly to a fitness regimen, they tend to drop off and either become sedentary or find some other way of being active that's not quite as regimented as going to a gym or a trainer. And that's what I do. I'm a kinesiologist part-time and essentially train people and create programs for them. I think that looks okay. And I'm going to go and put a lower lash line liner on, and it's going to be, here it is, Roach, I think is what I picked. Yeah, Roach from Urban Decay. Figured an Urban Decay liner with an Urban Decay look would be good. So yeah, change in situation big time. I've been experiencing a change professionally just because of lockdown issues and monetary issues, dealing with a lack of stable revenue, missing a lot of friends as everyone has been missing because we can't visit each other as easily as we used to a couple of years ago. So it's been very isolating, this whole situation. And not a whole lot of fun. I don't think it was fun before, but it's even less fun with living an extra layer of change. I think one or the other is doable, but when you start stacking stuff up, it's a lot. One thing that I'm thankful for is that nothing is acrimonious, nothing is terrible. It's not a fun situation, but nothing is terrible. And I think that we'll have it sorted out in less than a year, which is really would be really, really good. Okay, so there we go. I need to put mascara on. And I'm going to go with, this is really turning into one of my favorite mascaras. It's the Lash Freak. And it's always a little bit of a gamble because the wand is pretty goopy and it's easy to feel like it's going to be a train wreck. And I've used it on camera a few times, and I had one time where I thought, oh my goodness, and it was pretty early on, and it felt like it was going sideways on me. Oh, I made a smudge. I'll fix it later. Just if you make a smudge with mascara, do not touch it right away. Let it dry, and then it flakes off beautifully. All right, so that's one side. If you heard anything, my shower head just decided to drop some water. I'm actually in my beauty room, which is part of my bathroom. I have an open concept bathroom, and so the shower is on my left here at about I don't know, 15 feet away. If you can picture it, my bathroom is almost like a walk-through hallway with cabinets on either side of it. It's a easy, good use of space, I guess. Oh, I did another smudge. If you haven't seen yet my second beauty room tour, I'll put the video right there for you if you are curious to seeing a little bit more about this this space. Okay, so I need to let the smudges dry a little bit. I don't need to do anything else with the lip. I can do Urban Decay setting spray though, which is what I'm going to do next. No, I need to take care of the flakes first because otherwise they'll be glued to my face if I spray first. So let me take care of that and then I will put some setting spray on. Okay, I decided to do that with you, so I've got a clean Q-tip here. And all I do is I brush up very gently. There is one of them done. And here, this one should be easier because there's some eyeshadow underneath. Yeah, there we go. So it's a very, very gentle rubbing motion to get any sort of mascara off once it's dry. And I have my setting spray here, which I'm going to use. Just going to go sideways so it doesn't go all over my makeup. And yeah, let's go. There we go. It's like hairspray for the face. Face spray. Let's see if I can use a book to help me. There we go. So, I will say I think I stand corrected. I think that if I were to do this look again, I would angle up. I would go from the outer edge of my eye to the edge of my eyebrow, and I would not have as much orange on each side. Now, it is symmetrical. I won't change it. I'll leave it as is. But I think that for my eye shape and my preferences when it comes to orange, I think that I would prefer this as opposed to having gone down to the outer lower lid. And especially by having used, I think it's called Cyberspace on the bottom. What Cyberspace has done, yeah, it's called Cyberspace, is softened up the orange. So it's softened up the orange, but then there's a bit more of an aggressive orange here, and it doesn't really work as well together as I would like. So I think I might actually even take the brush again on the fluffy side and just go into Cyberspace, and just soften it up by dabbing Cyberspace on the out. Yeah, I like that better, on the outer edge. So let me just do that on both sides. You know, I've put mascara on. Let's just see how it softens it up. Okay, yeah, I like that better. So if you've gone too far with the orange and you're using a topper, it might behave like cyberspace and just kind of soften it all up. Got a speck here. Okay, so I'm happier with that. I think that the look turned out well. As a reminder, what I have on my lips is the Urban Decay 1993, which is one of my favorite, all-time favorite colors from Urban Decay, and I think it's a good match with what I have on. I will not belabor the point. I think that the outcome has been very good. I am looking forward to playing with this palette more again, but I have to say that I have been using this palette not for entire looks, but for toppers. So all of these guys over here, especially these three, I've been using as toppers a lot. I really, really like them. I highly recommend them. I think that they do a really great job. One that I have not used yet that I have in my sights is this one, Electrode. I think it looks really nice. I think it would be a nice softer look, but still on the orangey gold side. Yeah, so far, this is really different from typical Urban Decay palettes, but in my head, it's a topper palette. And I have a few palettes, a few of my go-to palettes really in my collection, such as the Cliona highlighter quads that I've used a lot. I don't have them here right now because I haven't told you this. There's a little extra. I actually have a significant other or a boyfriend, and those palettes are actually at his place right now, so I can't show you those. But I do enjoy those, and I do have a couple of other ones of other palettes that I use for toppers. They tend to be highlighter palettes. So the two that I mentioned are from Cliona Cosmetics. I'll put a video where I gush about them right here. And I have very, very recently received a gift from Steph. And if I have any more cards left, I will put the card there of me unboxing this. It is the Becca, let's see here, Becca Ocean Jewels highlighter palette. And I have already, as I bust a nail, I have already played with one of them. And I just got it recently. I've already put this one on as an inner to 2/3 of the lid topper, and it was beautiful. I went on a date with it, and not with the shadow, but with it on. and it was lovely. So if you have not been using this palette as a highlighter palette, but you have it in your collection, and you haven't used it as eyeshadow yet, just try. It's worth it. It's worth it. So all in all, I wanted to do this look. I wanted to update you on what's going on behind the scenes for HMM makeup, obviously for me, and let you know as well, because I've been cryptic, let you know as well that I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm getting through this, and I'm looking forward. No, first off, I'm really happy to be back filming. It's a big deal for me, and I am looking forward to bringing you a whole bunch of videos that have been waiting in the wings. The ideas and the updates have been piling up, and I hope you will continue to be here for the ride, and I appreciate every little bit of support that you have given me. So I guess I'm probably going to call this a channel chat. I put it in that category because that is what it is, as well as a look. And again, thank you very much for your support, for your well wishes, and for checking in with me. For everyone who's done that, or who's even just thought of it, thank you. It's been really, really much appreciated. With that, I will say thank you so much for watching this rambling video and this update, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But for now, take care.